Hi guys, welcome back. My name's Lou. I'm down on the south coast and I'm a part-time vintage reseller. You have to excuse me today, I'm a little low down. My nice Urkel chairs that I was sitting on, I've sold those. So currently sat on a camping chair, feeling like I'm at the adults table for the first time on a kid's chair. Anyway, okay, so we shall go through what I've bought this week from charity shops. 3 car boots. And actually I've been to the charity shop this morning as I was running some errands, so I've just picked up one thing this morning. So without any more delay, if I clear some of this stuff in front of me, this would be rather cool. So first up, I have a 1960s wall light fitting, copper and brass and teak. Unfortunately there was only one. Still has all the wiring at the back, but I think it only cost me £1 maybe, so I'd look to get at least 15 for that. Probably not a premium price because it is actually just a single. Okay, so a few things that I've just listed and have sold already. So I have a set of 3 of these birds in flight. So there's 2 of them. They are, I'm not sure what metal they are, but certainly with a chrome finish to them. Very nice, very mid-century. I only paid £1 for the 3 and I did a quick flip. They sold within an hour for £22. Okay. Right, more candlesticks. We always like candlesticks. Nice, really heavy pair of brass candlesticks. These ones are quite old. Need a good clean. Maybe not a great seller at this time of year, but certainly as the nights start to draw in, people will start looking for candlesticks in their decor. So we'll always pick those up. Those were only £2 for the pair. Okay, let's go off at a tangent here. Picked up this just one piece of jewellery, which is a mad, I'm guessing 80s. You can see that there. A snake, really long snake necklace. It's adjustable, so you can do whatever length you want with the bit hanging down the bottom. That only cost me £1. I mean, great fun thing. Yeah, so we like that. Okay, I picked up a large bag of bedding. I'm not going to get it all out, but if I just show the pattern on it. So there were 2 pillow shams like that. So really nice. It is vintage, not really old, but it does qualify as vintage, I think. So there were 2 of the pillow shams. There was a bolster cushion with a pad in it. There was a bedspread and also a bottom sheet with the ruffle, with the valance. I paid £10 for the set. So I think I probably should get about £40 for it. Okay, I picked up just a couple of pieces of I doubt vintage, but certainly vintage patterns of some unused heavyweight upholstery fabric. So there's a good couple of yards of each one of these. So I've got that one and this blue colorway here. Okay, those were, again, there's probably about 3 or 4 meters of each one. They were only 50p a piece, so couldn't really turn that down. I have here a trivet or a wall hanging. It's from Ecuador. I mean, my eye was drawn to it because the birds on it are very sort of Scandinavian mid-century design, which I absolutely love. If you watched that before, even though I've only had 2 other videos, you probably know that already. Yes, so it's either a trivet or a wall hanging. Not quite sure of the relevance of this down there. It seems to be two areas in Ecuador. I think it's something to do with how they were governed over a certain period of time. But it's a nice decorative thing. £2 paid for that. I got this in a free pile. This is an Art Deco door handle with the plates. So glass knobs, and someone just had a free pile at the Carbu, and I thought, what a lovely thing. So I'm just going to strip the paint off it, get it back down to basics, and yeah, so I'll probably get about £15 for that, so that's not bad for free. Right, we have a 1970s vanity mirror here. Okay, nothing special, fully adjustable like that. Little lipstick tray down the bottom, made by Rodens, this one. Again, a couple of pounds paid. You know, I think I've listed it for 19. Now, kitty cat. We like our mid-century and we like our cats. You can probably see there's a nice one up there. Yeah, he's just a nice modernist, minimalist look to him. £2.50 I think I paid for this guy. So yeah, probably about £20 for him. I have bought 5 of these. These are IKEA Tollsby, just freestanding photo frames. They're obviously all wrapped, but this little thing comes out and they stand on that. These were £1 each, and I've got 5. The only reason I bought these is because they're discontinued. So in 2022 they were discontinued. So it does make the IKEA stuff a little more collectible at that point, but also because there was a set of 5. So, you know, you could have an entire row as a display if you wanted to. So yeah, why not? We like a bit of IKEA. Okay, what's under there? Right, I forgot about this. We again go off at tangents. You know, I like all different styles and what have you. So I believe this is copper, this one. A copper plant stand with claw feet, with grapes and vines. Nice decoration. Paid up for that. I say I paid up £8 for that. But it's a really, really nice period item. And I'll probably get £30 for that. Okay. Oh, there goes my headband. It is so hot here today, guys. Honestly, it must be about 34 degrees out there. I'm sweating like you wouldn't believe. But we'll crack on. Okay, so bought this. This is a Japanese Daruma lucky doll. It's a little hand carved. Okay, that only cost me 50p. I listed this yesterday and he's already sold for 15. I have some Slovenian lead crystal. Single candle holder. Weighs a ton, as you can imagine. 24% lead crystal. Nice plaited design to it. Very nice. Perfect condition. 50p again. I mean, absolute bargain. I think I've listed this one for about 18. So, you know, I'm not, when I've paid so little for things, you know, I'd like a quick flip. There's no point in me hanging on to things forever if someone else can enjoy it. And, you know, it makes it worth my while. A tiny little turned, let me get this right, sassafras. So this is made in Tasmania. Lovely little carved bud vase. Okay. Again, 50p. What have I listed that for? 12, I think. Along the little vase road here, we've got this one here. Certainly mid-century design. It's redware. I'm not quite sure whether it is mid-century, but it's that nice lava glaze effect. Again, in perfect condition. Again, I've listed that for 12. We're not greedy. Third of my little tiny vases. This is a Cloisonne effect. Probably Japanese, possibly Chinese. Beautiful little thing. It's made out of brass. Very, very intricate. And I've sold this one already. Again, didn't ask a lot for it. £12 I think, because it cost me, gosh, 20p, 50p, something like that. So yeah, so that's on its way. Oops, don't break it now. This is an, get this right, Arnaldo Gianelli. This is an alabaster base. This is like some kind of gypsum carved, so it's a geisha lady. So I'm thinking it's like, having done some research on his stuff, it says he carves in resin and plaster and all sorts, and I've run my teeth over this, and it's like a porcelain. So I'm assuming it's some kind of compound, like resin mixed with gypsum or something like that, so they can get this nice porcelain effect to it. It is in perfect condition, and these sell for about £35, and I paid £2 for it. It's from the 60s, I think, this one. Obviously Italian. Let's go off on a tangent again, as always. Bonkers. 1970s bright orange plastic table standing grater. 50p. There's no markings on it or anything. I know Habitat Crayon did a similar design. This one is not marked, but it's just a nice thing as a prop, or for use. I mean, it's super, super clean. Yeah, 50p for that. Have a mother of pearl photo frame, really nice, £2.50 paid. This one has already sold for 15, I believe. It was gone within an hour or so of listing. Something else that's already sold, this little brass, I suppose they were nut roasters, or some kind of warmers. You know, it's something, it's obviously not a bedpan warmer because it's tiny, but you know, for those people who hang those nice decorative things around their fireplaces, 50p paid, sold instantly, £15. We have a little black baby doll. She is cute as anything, with the old side eye going on there, and her eyes do close when she goes to sleep. It's a 1960s Palatoy. Yeah, she doesn't have any clothes. She's got a few scratches on her back, bless her. But yeah, quite collectible. I've not asked a lot for her. I think I've listed her for £12, so we'll see how she does. I have two of these. I will call them embroidery studies, for want of a better word, of costumes. So what's that, 1520 and 1807. So, you know, obviously old vintage ones. I think these were £3 for the pair, possibly. And I think I've got them listed at about 20, something like that. I have a huge elephant. Look at him. He is carved, I think, from a bit of research, because there is still a retailer's sticker on the bottom, Mayaka. I believe this is mango wood. It's super heavy. Really, really heavily decorated, as you can see. You know, and he has jewels on him and all sorts. He's just a beautiful decorative thing. Paid £5 for him. He is listed for 25 at the moment. Okay. We have a, is that, I won't insult anyone. I don't know whether that's Chinese or Japanese, but it is a silk embroidery of a bird and flowers there. Really, really beautiful. Doesn't seem to have any damage to it or anything like that. I don't need to take it out and flatten it or anything. That was a whole pound. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. It's beautiful. Staying with some wall art, we have a copper repoussé of, it looks like Bambi, which is a bit bonkers really. I mean, it would tie in with the age of it. It's certainly mid-century, looking at the back. But yeah, it's just a lot. I mean, I love copper in this, but yes, it's definitely Bambi. Anyway, a couple of pounds paid for that one, and I think again listed for about 19-20 pounds, something like that. More wall stuff. So we have, oh gosh, I should have shut that blind, shouldn't I? So you can see there, the lady dressed as a clown, not strictly a Pierrot, I guess, but along those lines. This one's from 1980. I paid £1 for this, and it sold instantly for 19, so that's gone. Right, what else have I got on the floor? Right, okay. I keep telling myself not to buy big things, but if you can see behind me, I have this over 5 foot tall vintage, potentially antique, bamboo corner unit with fold down rattan shelves. It's absolutely fantastic, and I saw it at the car boot and it was only £10, and I couldn't help myself. So that, I've got that listed on Gumtree and Marketplace. We'll see how we go with that first, because I really don't want to post it, but I will if I have to get the right price. So yeah, that's stood there. And another reasonably sizable thing I got was this wooden, carved to look like bamboo, so it's a suitcase stand or a tray stand, whatever you want to use it for. Really nice quality, really heavy. Paid £5. Only listed, God, knock myself out. Listed it for 25 and sold within minutes. So that's a goner. Right. I picked these up this morning. Again, probably Chinese silk art. Nice cherry blossom there. Really nice, professionally framed, nice thick mount. So that was one of 2. So I will sell them as a pair. And there's this one with the pagoda. Again, cherry blossoms. Classic scene on a lake. Really, really nice decorative things. They were £4 each. So I don't know. I think maybe £30 for those. We have, yes, we've got a mirror this week, as always. This rattan mirror here. Not a huge amount of age to it, but a nice thing. £5 paid for that one. I haven't listed that one yet, but I shall probably put that one up for about 25. No more big things, no more big things. Let me show you a big thing. Right, this lady. So we have a 1960s oil painting of a flamenco lady. I have seen quite a few of these listed online. It almost seems like it's a student image, because there are lots of different ones from different artists, but with the same subject matter. And you could tell there are very, very slight differences. But even so, it's a lovely, lovely thing. £5 paid for that. I shall probably, nice wooden frame as well. Again, I'll probably list that for about 30. See how we get on with that. Okay, so I think all I've got left is, of course, what do I always buy? Lamps. But I've got some monsters. Right, let's move all that. Okay, first up we have a 1970s. Not as heavy as it looks. I believe this is some kind of composite as well. I mean, you know, ceramic, or a very, very light ceramic, which is mad for the size of it, really. But just a typical 70s, in your face. Yeah, I think, love that. Paid 10 for that. Potentially 30, 35. We'll see how we go. Always test the market. Brass and onyx. Again, I keep picking these up because the market is there again for these. This is quite a nice one, both in its design and its manufacture. It's very, very nicely done. Needs a damn good clean, which I'm happy to do. That one was £5. Again, that one, I don't know, £30 maybe. We have a brass one here. Again, no, this has a, I've stuck it in place now. It has a you know what I mean, an arm that swings out, so you can position it however you like. It's a little bit loose. I need to do some tightening. I mean, it's got a label on the bottom. It doesn't have a huge amount of age. Can't see where that's from, but a nice, where's a ton? Nice, heavy, good quality item. Like I said, I just need to tighten that. And it does have the what do you call it? The harp on the top. Is that what you call it? The harp? And the finial for you to put your own shade on there. So yeah, it's a nice thing. Needs a plug. £4 for that one. And I think, is this the last thing? Did I save the best to last? This is a monster, right? So it's another onyx lamp. Jesus Christ. Look at the size of that. Right? That is just huge. All onyx. Yeah, bottom's falling off there. Absolute monster. I've never seen one this big. And I'll be honest, I think the lady selling, well, it was a house clearance. I think something so big, sometimes they're like just happy to see it go. So I only paid £5 for this one. And like I said, it's just a monster. I think it's got to be worth at least £50, this one, at least. But again, we'll see. We'll test the market. We'll get it listed. And see whether anybody wants it or not. Okay. I think that is it for today. I've probably missed a couple of things, but we're just about there. So for the entire week, so a couple of trips to charity shops, 3 car boots, I spent £129. Estimate sale value on the low end, I always like to do that, £737. So not, you know, what's that, 6 times what I've spent. So, you know, you can't argue with that. Yeah, so I'm really happy with that. So I've done this video now because some of these things have sold and I need to get them packed up and send them to the post office. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.